Okay, I am back. Okay, let's continue. Today Tokino was supposed to come by. He was a peddler, a cat from Cease's largest town, Ranzen. About the same age as Kano, Tokino helped his father with his work. His mother, however, had died shortly after she gave birth to him. Aww. Kanoe's parents were also deceased. His father died before he was even born, and his mother passed of illness when he was young. He didn't have a close relationship with with the other village cats, but that was fine by him because he's a lone wolf and he's different. He hated the cats of this village. No one helped anyone else. Everyone only looked out for their own interests. But he could live alone. So far, he didn't need the help of other cats. And even even when faced with death, Kanoe didn't think he'd want it. But Tokino was different. Even when they first met, they got along well. As odd as that was to him, Tokino was carefree, easygoing, but Kano was just the opposite. Maybe that could work out. Tokino always shared stories about Ransen, and Kono never left Koro. Enjoyed these stories.
Wasn't he supposed to arrive soon?
Kanoe quickened his pace.
Oi!
Oi, oi, oi! Suddenly, a voice called out from behind him, straightforward and severe.
待てよ、この絵。
Wait, Kanoe. It was a familiar voice. Kanoe had a bad feeling about it. He tried to ignore it at first, but stopped when he heard a low growl. This would be troublesome. Ew! Motherfucker, fix your eyes! Who said that? When he looked around, he saw a male cat. He suspected it was Sin. Silhouetted, black against the evening moon. And the other cat lowered his ears aggressively.
今日こそ決着をつけようぜ。何度も言ってるが、あそこは俺の縄張りだ。
Territory. Kono made his disdain for the term quite clear. Sin and Konoe's territories overlapped a bit. And Sin and Konoe's had fought over territory before. Sure, their territories overlapped, but it was to such a small degree that Konoe considered it trivial. Quarrels like these were not uncommon. Despite the hunger, the cat's fighting spirit remained alive, and well, or maybe it was exactly that hunger that made them so on edge. Sin narrowed his eyes, which gleamed with delight. The nature of one's mind was disguised as a territorial dispute. It was rather depressing. Come to think of it, he always considered it that way. Besides, Tokino was probably waiting for him at the village entrance.
何度も本当に懲りないなお前。縄張りって言ったってほんの少し道がかぶってるだけだろ。そんなの俺はどうだっていいし、あれがお前の縄張りだって言うならそれでいいから勝手にしろよ。
If you want as a part of your territory, then fine. Just take it. Doesn't matter. Me.
そうはいかね
So
え。
that's it. You've
俺はな、
stuck
お
up
前
your
のそういう
I'm
鼻っ
not gonna
柱の
let
強い
you,
ところをコテンパンに叩き潰して。
I'm gonna beat you up. Send ground in the depth of its.
この野郎!
You bastard! Sin threw himself at Konoe because he's a little bitch. Konoe jumped back and quickly drew his sword because he has a sword. Sin's blade aimed several stabs at Konoe's sword, but Konoe blocked it. While parrying Sin's blade with his own, Konoe gathered the power At the left side of his body, he then lashed his left hand out to claw Sin's wrist. I mean, sharp fingernails tore at Sin's clothes. This gave Kinoe a chance to aim one of Sin's arms. But the last second, Sin pulled away and kicked up his leg. Both of them separated, opening up some distance between them. The air between the two of them was scorching hot with tension. Sin shouted with intense, murderous intent, and the two of them stared each other down, growling. Before he knew it, Kinoe's ears folded back, the hair on his body stood at the on end, and his pupils contracted to needle-like slits. In times of extreme agitation, the pupils of Rebecca narrowed. It was impossible to lie with eyes like that, no matter how much a cat may pretend to be calm. Sin cried out and charged forward at Kinoe again. Kinoe bared his fangs and brandished his sword. Oh my god, he dropped down low to avoid an attack, feeling a sharp wind at his cheek. At the same time, he twisted it and aimed to kick at Sin's lower body. Sin noticed his movement and began to shift, but Kinoe was able to make his heel connect with Sin's side. Sin lost his balance and Kinoe pushed off the ground, pouncing. He kicked off of the trunk of a tree and to accelerate further, then pushed off towards Sin. Sin tried to stand up and jump back, but within another instant, Kinoe's shadow was over him. Ow. Sin was caught in a cloud of dust and dust kicked up, and when he fell, Kinoe pressed his struggling body down by pushing a knee against his chest, then dug his nails into Sin's shoulders and bared his fangs. In the right hand, Kinoe brandished his sword. A frightened look entered Sin's eyes. Oh my god, I thought he was literally about to stab him to death. Kinoe grabbed his sword, stabbed his sword into the ground, right beside Sin's face. Sin's eyes opened wide. His mouth opened and closed voicelessly several times. Kinoe brought his face close enough to feel the downy fur of his opponent's ears, and stared into Sin's eyes. Motherfucker, if you still want to fight again, I will rip your throat out, and I will I'll use your vocal cords and play violin with that in front of you, like while you're bleeding out.
わかった。俺の負けだ。認めるから離せ。早く抜いてくれよ。
The intense expression of Sin's was gone now. His eyes were open, his pupils dilated wide. Kinoe stood up and withdrew his sword from the ground. Sin panicked and stood up, his tail between his legs and his ears low. Yeah, because he's a little bitch. Kinoe began to walk away. He needed to hurry and get to the village entrance. Poop. That's where you get with orphans. Kinoe had been walking, but now stopped in his tracks. Those words hit it, and now he's going to absolutely... Whoops! Now he's going to absolutely beat the shit out of him. Kinoe turned, pulled out his sword, and threw it. It was stuck in the earth near fallen Sin's feet, and a miserable scream echoed.
うるさい。
Shut up. Quit talking. You're a
それ以
nuisance.
上喋
So
るな。
get lost. Sin curled his tails between his legs and fled when he heard Kinoe's strong tone. Once he saw that Sin's figure was leaving for sure this time, Kinoe walked off with a brisk pace. A rough breath escaped, filled with pent-up anger. Orphans, what a trivial thing. When other cats talked about it, it didn't matter. Still, when other cats pointed it out, Kanoe felt angry. He had respected his parents over anyone else. Kanoe had a memory from when he was young, when his mother told him,
"You are a precious child of this earth, and you are loved."
but what was love? What is love? Baby, Kanoe couldn't answer it. Something like that didn't seem real to him. It seemed important, despite being impossible to understand. Without pausing his feet, Kanoe surveyed his surroundings. No matter how much noise he'd made, no other cats had exited their homes. It was normal in Cairo. The battles and their victims. Maybe even some of them thought it was good that the other cats died, because maybe that way they could overcome the starvation just a little bit longer, because they like to cannibalize other cats for some reason, and I think they might have some disease from eating the brains. And even the evening, the moon died, the sky red. It's like, something stirred inside him. Maybe something excited would come to pass, so he thought. On his way to the village entrance, he stopped. Another tutorial dispute was taking place. The 3 cats were fighting, 2 versus 1. Maybe 2 of them were Toga. Oh no! Sanga is outnumbered and Sanga and Toga, they fight and one. Bro, will you let me speak? One, the singing cat, and the other the fighting cat. The Toga's fighting abilities were nothing unusual. Many of the fellow cats were Toga. But the Sanga's powers were decided from the moment they were blah 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 blah. The role of Sanga was for the I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. Strength finally. Wrong. The strength gave Okay, I think it stopped. He'd heard rumors of it in Cairo, but this was the first time he'd actually seen it in action. The Toga brandished his sword, and the Sanga clasped his hands in front of his chest, closing his eyes. The opposing Toga shuddered, knowing he should be afraid. Desperate, the foe raised his voice in a cry and rushed towards the Sanga. If the Sanga was killed, the chance of becoming greater. Winning became greater. The support of a Sanga was too great a threat. While the Toga brandished his blade, the Sanga opened his eyes to see what the fuck just opened? Okay, for some reason, Discord crashed. I don't know why. Anyways, a singing voice sounded. No, rather than a voice, it was a sound that resounded within his ears. The body of the Sanga shone brightly, and the light flowed to the Toga. The Toga received the song and was gone within another minute. No, he was not gone. When Kanoe finally realized it, the Toga had already buried his sword deep into the chest of his opponent. It all happened in a split second. The cat was pierced by the sword and fell to the ground, his face contorted with pain. Kitty. Such was the power of the Sanga. Cats were usually agile on their feet, but this speed was incredible. Having a Sanga around meant victory or defeat. The Sanga and Toga pair left without even casting another glance at the dead cat. Feeling like he was trapped in a dream, Kanoe remembered to exhale. His heart beat like a drum. His head felt hot. Quiet excitement whirled in his body. Damn, you just watched someone die and that's what you think? My time is running out, and, yeah, like and subscribe. I'll probably post more tomorrow or something if I go to bed, maybe. See ya.